Hello guys, welcome back to another video, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the new MacBook 12-inch from 2016. So let's begin. Okay, so the MacBook 12-inch was released in 2015 by Apple. As the MacBook, it's quite a popular laptop. It has been existing for a long time. And my guess is it was always the simplest, lightest ultrabook or notebook you can buy from Apple. Now it is the MacBook Air because the MacBook has been discontinued in 2017. So it only lived for 2 years, sadly. I'm guessing because not a lot of people bought it, so Apple just completely removed it from, their lineup. Because there was the MacBook Air, this one wasn't really a difference to the MacBook Air, so I guess that's why they removed it. But it always happens, and then Apple might, come back with the MacBook, and who knows what it might be. And well, I might guess the MacBook might be revealed, like it might be revived. Apple will come back with the MacBook, and I think it's gonna be the same design, slimmer bezels, Magic Keyboard, and that's all the updates. Maybe some, Apple's M1 processor, of course, then it's gonna have Apple Silicon, and maybe better displays, and some minor improvements as well. But the MacBook, well, it was Apple's lightest, smallest notebook. Actually, not the smallest. The MacBook Air 11.6 inch was, but lightest MacBook you can buy. And this MacBook 12 inch, as you can see, it's the rose gold color, and as I said, it's the 2016 model. The specs of this MacBook is it has a 1.2 GHz dual core Intel Core M5, it has 8 GB of RAM, Intel HD graphics 515 and 512 GB of SSD. Pretty good specs, but obviously the Intel Core this MacBook wasn't made for performance and all that stuff. This MacBook was the laptop you would carry to an airport, to Starbucks, and just use it as a coffee table. And that's the benefits of having such a small laptop. It will fit pretty much into a small desk, like an airplane desk. And also it's light, so if you don't want to carry a heavy notebook, you just want to take something light to read news articles with, write a quick email, and do all the simple tasks, this is the perfect machine to do it. Because this machine only weighed 0.92 kilograms, which is light. But one of the problems of this machine was it was first introduced with the butterfly keyboard, and you know the story of the butterfly keyboard. It was unreliable, so the keyboard is pretty much damaged. So one of the keys is the delete key. So the delete key on this machine doesn't feel that nice to press, even though it works. As you can see, you can hear the macOS responding, but it's not that nice to type on. And this MacBook is 5 years old, and it had to have free keyboard replacements. I'm not kidding. I think it was this MacBook for its lifetime had to have free keyboard replacement. So it had to be brought to the Apple Store 3 times to have its keyboard replaced. And if you know about Butterfly, to replace this keyboard, you cannot just take out a keycap. The whole lower part has to be replaced, which I think is kind of not really good, because it's a waste of materials than just replacing a keycap. But it had to be done. You can't do it like with a normal keyboard, and that's kind of bad, because it's a waste of materials. And as well, the problem was a lot of people had this issue, so a lot of materials had to be used to replace the keyboard on this thing. But some people actually loved Butterfly. Because of its low travel, it was easy to type on it. The MacBook also has a Force Touch trackpad like all the other Macs from this era. It's a good trackpad. You can press on any surface. You have Force Touch. You can do shortcuts with it. So you can pre-open a file and see the preview. You can search up a definition of Word. Now the MacBook has a 12-inch display, a 12-inch Retina display with an with a resolution 2304 by 1440. It's a small display, so you kind of expect that amount of resolution. It has 300 nits of brightness, so not the brightest. Do I like this laptop? It's cool, but you know, this laptop wouldn't suit me for my use case. But it is a good laptop for those people who just need to read news, type an email, and use it as an ultrabook, basically. If you want, you know, a machine to edit photos and all that stuff, you need a MacBook Pro or the new MacBook Air with Apple's M1 chip, which is also cool because, you know, Apple M1 is absolutely brilliant. I just looked at Apple's website to see a refurbished version of this MacBook, the price. And the price of this version with a 1.2 GHz cooled dual-core Intel Core M3 in gold color would be £1,060 for a 4-year-old laptop. This is the 2017 version. I gotta say, that is actually pretty expensive. Now you can buy these MacBooks from eBay for £500, £600, £700, which is, you know, a cheaper price than the new MacBook Air. But if you buy from Apple, it's a refurbished item. It costs £1,000, which is more expensive than the new MacBook Air M1. So I'm gonna answer this question now. Should you buy this laptop? Well, I wouldn't say so, no. Just get a MacBook Air with M1. Because it's cheaper, it makes more sense, it's more powerful, it's more modern. This machine has keyboard problems. This machine only has one USB-C port, which, you know, might be quite an issue for some people. This machine doesn't have the brightest screen, so the screen brightness might be an issue. The good thing about it is it's fanless, so this might be the only Mac that is fanless with an Intel chip. So you're not gonna hear any fan noise when you're putting it under load, but you're not gonna do that anyway. But the new MacBook Air M1 is also fanless, so why should you even buy this? So let me just put it in this way. Should you buy the MacBook 12-inch? No, because keyboard problems, not the brightest display, only one USB-C port, it's old. Better off with a MacBook Air M1. But the only reason why you might buy it is because you might like the butterfly keyboard, even though you might experience issues with it. You might like the design, so the lightness and the design of this machine, then yeah, go ahead and buy it. It's your choice. But I would recommend people, if you're looking for a new laptop, just get a new MacBook Air and you'll be happy. This machine, unfortunately, is already aging. It's a bit old. It has keyboard problems. I would not recommend it today. Maybe what I would recommend is to wait. Maybe the MacBook will be revived with Apple's Silicon, new Magic Keyboard, better displays, and etc. But for now, the MacBook is basically dead, and I would not recommend buying this machine. For now, you're just better off with a MacBook Air M1. Let's just hope Apple will revive this machine, and because the MacBook was Apple's lightest laptop. And if Apple will bring that back, I'm pretty sure a lot of customers will love it. Let's hope it's going to be cheaper than the MacBook Air. This might be the best choice for a lot of people. The people who like light laptops, don't want to carry heavy laptops, and just need a small laptop for a small coffee table or an airplane table. But yeah, guys, that's been it. I don't feel like I need to do any performance test and all that stuff, because you know this laptop, you've probably seen it a couple of times already, and this laptop is not made for any performance things. This laptop, as I said, is only made to do your everyday simple tasks. What do you think of the MacBook? Is it a good laptop and should it be brought back? Let me know in the comments. Would you still buy it today over any other MacBooks in the lineup? But yeah, guys, that's been it for the MacBook 12-inch review. Let's hope Apple will bring it back. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.